Arnold Schwarzenegger has a documentary series based on his life and his career from becoming a bodybuilding champion to a Hollywood star to going into politics. That's on Netflix and it's 3 episodes, and I highly recommend that you should watch it. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, his life is just incredible. Incredible. Obviously, there were some ugly sides to it, but what I take away from this documentary series is his tenacity, his willingness to achieve what he wants to achieve. Arnold is from Austria, and there were a lot of things that I already knew about him. But there were things that I learned from him, from his personal life, that I didn't know, as well as other things. So I love that Arnold doesn't hold anything back. He talks about his marriage and his downfall between him and Maria Shriver. If you know the story, then you know what I'm talking about Arnold having a kid with a different woman, and that pretty much changed the entire satisfaction of what he had with his family. Yes, they still bond from here and there, but it hasn't been the same ever since Arnold confessed to Maria and to the children of his situation, what is going on. So that's one thing that the public will always look at Arnold and say, like, man, like, you screw that up. But besides that, let me talk to you guys the other things I noticed about this documentary. I love the fact that the documentary touches on the professional rivalry between Arnold and Sylvester Stallone. In the 80s, those two were bringing the best out of each other. It's tough because I love both guys, so they both put out amazing movies. But I like that they touched on the rivalry, because although I knew about it, but I'm glad that it was mentioned in the documentary. Sylvester Stallone has mentioned in his interviews that back in those days, he didn't like Arnold from a healthy standpoint professionally, because, you know, in the industry, they were competing against one another. Both guys, you know, they're into the fitness life. Both of them are action stars. I do feel that Arnold Schwarzenegger is a little bit more versatile in terms of he's done comedy, he's done action, he's done drama, he's done sci-fi. As for Sly, I feel that he's done more of action and drama, but more action than anything, and sports as well. But I love both guys. You can't have one without the other. Arnold, he's won Mr. Olympia and Mr. Universe multiple times. I got to learn a little bit more about his upbringing, such as, for example, he competed with his brother. His brother is a year older than him, and he does give a lot of credit to his father for bringing that competitive nature out of him and put so much wood into the fire in terms of wanting to reach bigger heights and wanting to become something in life. Because the other thing is that Arnold and his brother grew up in a household because his father was abusive. So especially when his father, you know, was drinking and, you know, was also hurting their mother and things like that. So he had a tough bringing, but Arnold said that out of him and his brother, Arnold was more stronger on the inside, and his brother was more like the darling. He was more, I could say a little bit less strong compared to Arnold inside. So, but unfortunately, Arnold lost his brother at the age of 24 due to a car crash. And it's tough. I mean, I didn't know about that part, that he lost a brother at a young age. But this documentary brings that up. And Arnold, also said in the documentary that because he was so locked in, he didn't have time to grieve or to think about this or that, because he was just too focused on reaching his dream, reaching his goals. So he cannot think about anything else but that. Arnold, even though I knew about this, but I didn't know about this other part. I knew that Arnold had an obsession about the United States, wanting to come to the United States for a much better life and reach his goals. But what I didn't know is that he saw a movie in class, I believe it was, or something like that. But anyways, in the video, he saw New York City, he saw Golden Gate Bridge, and those things gave him more motivation to come to the United States. Also, this is also important that I didn't know. Arnold got into real estate, and he made money, good money, out of real estate before becoming a movie star. I did not know that whatsoever until I saw this series. So I felt like that was interesting, and he's a smart man because of that. He was willing to do whatever it takes to support himself because of his upbringing, and he has so much motivation to get to where he wanted to go. So I feel that this documentary series is great for people not just who want to learn about Arnold Schwarzenegger, who has been a public figure for like 50 years or so, but also for people like myself who are so motivated and so dedicated to aspire to do whatever they aspire to do. So I feel that this documentary series was more of a motivation for me than anything else. So because of what I saw, his upbringing and his early beginnings to where he is now is just phenomenal. So another thing that I found interesting in this documentary is that he doesn't like to be called a self-made man. He hates it when people tells him that or calls him that he's a self-made man, because he had a lot of people, a lot of friends that helped him out, that gave him an opportunity, that gave him a hand. So he can't take the credit for everything. He had people along the way that helped him, such as director Ivan Reitman, who was the director of the movie Twins, which is one of my favorite movies that Arnold Schwarzenegger has done from a comedy standpoint. They also collaborated in this other movie, I think it's called Kindergarten Cop. Yeah. So he had friends, like he networked with people, he made friends, and all of those people that he met along the way, they helped him to where he is today. Yes, it was up to him to put in the effort, put in the work, but also he had people that helped him. So he doesn't like being called a self-made man. So, but I really enjoy this documentary, and like I said, I highly recommend it. You should watch it. But yeah, it's on Netflix, so you should watch it. Arnold, 3 episodes, all worth it. Oh yes, I can't forget him going into politics. I knew that he was the governor of California, and I remember, I think I was like 11, 12 years old when he ran for governor when he started running for governor for California. I know that it surprised so many people, because it's like, you're making all this money as a movie star, why would you go into politics for? But you know, it was his decision. He felt like he wanted to help. He felt like he wanted to do more for the state of California, and he accomplished. He became a politician. So, you know, Arnold has a tremendous trajectory of doing so many things, from bodybuilding to movies to politician, and then he went back to the movies. So now he's at the age of 75, I believe, and he's still going strong. He's still going to the gym, and The man has an incredible work ethic and a fierce tenacity to him. Thank you for watching this video. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless you all.